Ahoy hoy, Pancasters, and welcome to the very first episode of That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
But on YouTube.
Ooh, something new.
A little bit of a twist.
Right.
We've done That's No Moon as a podcast before.
For a while now.
And we have to say, hand on our hearts, that it hasn't been as regular as we wanted it to be.
No, but then sometimes we've been very busy and sometimes there hasn't been a lot to report. But
That's right.
We're now delving further
Yes.
to find you more stories.
And this is now where it begins, because every week, every Wednesday, there will be That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
Yes, and what we're going to do is we're going to find the best stories in the week of Star Wars, Marvel and DC, and we're going to let you know about them. You may already know about them, but we're going to tell you them anyway.
Well, it's just our take on these stories, so just a little bit of info to lead you up to what's coming soon.
Indeed, and if you don't like watching our ugly mugs, then you can download it as a podcast on iTunes. Just look for That's No Moon or look for Pancast, and it'll be on there as well. So,
I was going to say...
Go on then.
I was just going to say, we're going to talk about things that are coming soon. Now, obviously, one of my bits of news is very soon. So I do want to point that out.
That's fine. Well, we have decided that if there are any spoilery moments, then a spoiler banner will go up somewhere on the screen. We've already decided that. Well, I decided that. So I've just told you. So there, a little klaxon may go off, and it may say "spoiler alert."
Fair warning.
So we will let you know.
Fair warning.
So
I don't think today has got any spoilers.
I don't think so. No, there is a little bit of news that was added after I'd done all my bits and pieces, but we'll get to that. So we are going to start off with Star Wars news. Okay. Now, what we'll also do is we're going to decide, we have decided that 1 week I'm going to do Star Wars news and you're going to do Marvel and DC, and then the following week we're going to swap it round.
Absolutely.
Right.
To vary it up a bit and see what we find and see whether it's interesting to you guys. Don't forget you can leave us a comment on the YouTube channel, but also you can email us at pancast@live.com after everything we've said.
Indeed. Okay, so the first bit of Star Wars news we have is Bradford Young has been announced as cinematographer for the upcoming, as untitled, Han Solo, A Star Wars Story. He has been the cinematographer for Them Body Saints, Selma, A Most Violent Year, and also the new Amy Adams movie that's coming out soon, Arrival, which looks amazing.
It does look very good. It doesn't actually tell you a lot.
It doesn't, and it would have been a good one to have done the trailer breakdown on, but that sort of came out just...
That ship have passed.
It had, indeed it have. Obviously, Star Wars, Han Solo Star Wars Story is going to be directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord, starring Alden Ehrenreich. I've never got that name right, but I have now. Begins production in January for a May 18 release. So what do you think, Neil?
I think, it's going to be an interesting look. We haven't seen Arrival, so we don't know how he takes on sci-fi. But the other films that you mentioned, Them No Saints and all of those, Selma...
Them No Saints.
Them No Saints is
Them Body Saints.
Saints. That's the song. Them Body Saints. I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. But Them Body Saints and Selma, they're like art sort of house films.
Have you seen Selma?
I have never seen Selma
yet. It's
yet.
very good.
Yeah.
Very hard hitting.
Apparently so.
But very good. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Where do you stand on the Star Wars stories? Where do you stand as what do you think they should do in regards to these, what they call in Star Wars stories, the standalone movies?
Well, they should obviously be in the universe. So we'll take Rogue One that's coming out very soon. We know it's in the universe, and it leads up to 10 minutes before the opening of A New Hope. Apparently. So, all we need and all we want from it is it to feel Star Warsy. So they can have a whole new take on it, but as long as they don't take us out of the Star Wars universe. Okay. If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to see them go further back than the prequels and do stories from that era of Star Wars, or?
In Disney, I'm going to trust, because of the great job they've done with Marvel. I don't mind. They can go as far back as they want. They can bring brand new stories to it. But as long as it feels like a Star Wars movie, it can be a completely standalone film. I.e. like the Rogue One and the Han Solo movie, just one story that's a part of what we know as the universe, I haven't got a problem with.
Okay. And if you had to put money on what you think the third standalone movie is, because apparently, as it's been said, they haven't said who it is, but it's already got a writer.
Right.
So what do you think? What would you...
There's two, and I think it's either going to be Obi-Wan or Boba Fett.
So is that what you think it's going to be, or what you would like it to be?
I would like an Obi-Wan more than a Boba Fett. I really would. I'd like to know what he was up to. Do you know what I mean?
What, in the period between...
Yeah, because we don't really know. I mean, I know there's the other universe, the stuff that I don't know anything about. I only know the movie universe. So the world is their oyster, what they could do out there. And I hope, to me, they do. They could use Ewan McGregor. He could still...
He wants to do it.
Yeah, and it'll be fabulous, wouldn't it? So, yeah, that would be the one that I want to see. But I wouldn't begrudge a Boba Fett. What about you? Is there any others that you...
Well, I've always thought that it would be really great to see a Kenobi trilogy, maybe. You know, him and Maul come back and stuff like that. But I would like to have seen Jon Favreau direct it. And I don't know, after the news that's dropped today, as we recording this, it's been revealed and confirmed that John Aldridge...
John Aldridge?
Jon Favreau is now directing what is assumed to be a live-action-ish version of The Lion King.
So that'll be like the success of what they did from the Jungle Book.
So I'd assume it's going to be the same kind of thing as Jungle Book.
But there's no humans.
Well... But there's only one human in Jungle Book.
Yeah, but it still gives you that human element. I don't know. I'm open to it because Jon Favreau, I think, is a fabulous director.
I do, and I would have liked to have seen him do a Star Wars film.
Yeah.
The second bit of Star Wars news is the Star Wars exhibition Star Wars Identities is coming to London.
Ooh.
After
where?
Star Wars. At the O2 in Greenwich, in London, which seemed to be an obvious place to put it after Star Wars Celebration and obviously the filming of Episode 8. In this exhibition, there's over 200 props and costumes from Star Wars Saga, from the actual R2-D2 used by Kenny Baker and the iconic Princess Leia Jabba Palace costume.
Wow.
Tickets go on sale this Friday at 9 a.m. and it starts on the 18th of November.
Till when, sorry?
I think it said it's from till April, May time.
Right.
So it's on there for a while.
Going?
I'd like to go. I think it looks like there's a lot of good stuff there.
I have to be honest. I'll look on my holiday calendar and I'll probably take a little trip.
Yeah. I think it'd just be nice to see. I mean, some of the pictures they've got there, it's a lot of the stuff. I mean, I'm assuming the majority of it, if not all of it, is screen used props. Mm.
Have you ever been to the Museum of the Moving Image?
No. I don't know.
It was on the South Bank next to the National Theatre.
Is that by...
It's gone now. It was a museum that was the history of cinema. So it started right when it first started.
Is it by the London Eye? Because it had a little Star Wars section.
Yeah, and they actually had some original Stormtroopers.
Yes, I did go to that, yes.
And panels. Oh, that was so good to see that. And you know, because you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it, and it was all behind the glass and the barriers and everything. And they had was it like the hallway, didn't they, down just the one side where the stormtroopers were stood. Mm. And you just know they were the ones used from the original film. Now, I don't know how many of those are left, but I thought that was a big thing when I went. Big thing. Yeah. But no, I probably will get a ticket. Yeah. I will be honest.
I think it would be good to see. I mean... We didn't see much of the Rogue One stuff when we went to Star Wars Celebration, did we? We didn't get a really close look.
No, but we saw it.
But we saw it, but we didn't get a close look.
It was just the queues, and we were done queuing.
Yeah, we didn't had enough queue. Yeah. I'm gonna be very naughty and snick just another just a one line thing. According to Trailer Track's Twitter account, the final Rogue One trailer will be shown with Marvel's Doctor Strange.
Ooh.
Which I believe for us UK people, we're getting the movie a week early.
We do. It's like the 25th of October or something like that. Yeah. It's a lot earlier.
Yeah.
They moved it back or forward.
Well, it's November the 4th. It's due.
Yeah, and now we're getting it on the 25th.
A week or so before. But I don't know whether that's UK or whether it'll be the Americans getting, But that's
talking Marvel. Let's move on to
Marvel. It's Marvel news.
So, I'm going to start with, I said something's been released, and it literally is being released in days. Luke Cage!
Oh, yes.
The new series is about to hit our screens. So, it's about to hit our screens on Netflix. The man with the super strength and the impenetrable skin is back, doing the do with Jessica Jones. He was, wasn't he?
He was, all the time doing the do.
So, starring Mike Coulter as Luke Cage, it hits the worldwide audience on the 30th of September.
Yeah.
Now, a fan of Marvel TV series, pal?
Yes.
Oh, there's what's not to like.
Yeah, well, of the Netflix Marvel.
Yeah.
I lost myself in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter.
I'm going to be a bit controversial with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It started off really poorly made compared to the movies.
Yeah.
They should have gone in high budgeted and kept it in line.
Yeah,
and I think they would have had an audience through and through. Just started off... It was okay. I watched the first series, but I lost it by the end. I thought it was a bit cheap.
Yeah.
But Daredevil, Netflix...
Fantastic.
Phenomenal series.
Fantastic.
Jessica Jones, really good. I didn't think it was quite as good as Daredevil.
No, and I completely agree. Series 2 of Daredevil, I think, was
the best.
I mean, The Punisher
was awesome, wasn't it? That whole prison scene when he was taking out all those inmates.
Yeah.
Well, who said Marvel doesn't do R-rated? Check that out.
Yeah,
because that is bloody.
Yeah. But, I mean, again, I agree with you with Jessica Jones. It wasn't as good as... I think, like you said as well, I think the woman that plays Jessica Jones, I didn't quite...
She didn't come across as the best actress.
No, but I think that's a character, I think, because she never smiles.
No.
She always looks like this grumpy teenager. But at the same time, it had a really good villain. I thought David Tennant was really good as a villain.
Phenomenal and creepy villain.
And creepy.
What he could do.
Yeah, just make people just do these things. But then also... The standout for me was Luke Cage.
Oh, absolutely!
I thought he was amazing.
That scene in the bar when he fights, it's just all slow and he's just pushing them away.
Yeah,
almost like something out of Airplane or Naked Gun, where he could be having a drink.
Yeah,
but brilliant. I'm really looking forward to this series. I'm not too sure who the baddie is. I didn't want to read too much. You'll notice something. People watching YouTube, people who listen to these podcasts will know, but people watching YouTube, I don't go for spoilers that much, so I try and avoid them, whereas Pav will research. So I will give you a bit of news, and I will try not to be spoilerific. Pav, on the other hand, may give you a little glimpse.
I'll let you know everything. I don't care.
So 30th of September, Netflix, boom. It's going to be a bolt watch, isn't it? It's going to be binging all the way.
It will be.
So I'm looking forward to that.
I was going to say, does it say how many episodes it is?
It didn't. I believe it's 13 again.
Right, because that's what the other ones are, isn't it?
Because I read an interview not so long ago, and he said the 7 episodes have been given out as critiques, for the critics and everything like that, and they said that it leads you up to the halfway point. Right. So I would assume it's the 13 mark. Same as the others, isn't it?
Yeah.
The others are. So Marvel, nicely leading us on to Thor Ragnarok. Sam Neill will reunite with his Hunt for the Wilder People director, Takai Waititi. Is that right? Sounds about right, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So for Thor Ragnarok, which I think is a very interesting director.
Very interesting, yeah. Have you seen...
In the Shadow?
I can never remember the name. I think that's really good.
Yeah, I've not seen it.
Have you not seen it? It's really funny.
Yeah,
really funny.
So, what was the other one? I totally forgot what the other one was that they did before. Anyway, never mind. I really want to see Hunt for the Wilder People. That is really high on my list. And they're talking Oscars for Sam Neill on that one. So anyway, talking to Shortlist, Sam Neill that is, revealed that he will be appearing in the new Thor film, which Waititi is busy directing. Now, we don't know, however, exactly what he'll be doing. Can they expect him to be the grumpy person that he is in the Wilder People? God only knows. But anyway, it's a reunion as well, Jurassic Park reunion.
It is a Jurassic Park reunion.
Because it's Jeff Goldblum's in it and Sam Neill are back, so maybe we'll have a few...
Oh, maybe not.
No, never. Who knows? But no, I think Sam Neill... I like Sam Neill. I've always liked his films.
Yeah.
I mean, you go right back, Omen 3, he's really good in that.
He's very, very creepy in that.
Have you ever seen Possessed?
What was that? Is that the one with Frank Drebin? When he did the Mickey take of it?
No.
Oh, wasn't it?
That was Repossessed.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Possessed was the one with, I want to say Isabella Adjani, but it's not, it's the other one. Anyway, moving swiftly.
The other one?
Yeah, the other Isabella. The one that's
Isabella Rossellini?
That's the one, with her in it. So, creepy, and quite a nasty film, but he's very young in that. Yeah. I love The Piano. You ever seen that with Holly Hunter?
I haven't, no, because Harvey Keitel gets his knob out.
Well, yeah, but then he gets his knob out in a lot of things. And
not in those adverts.
Holly Hunter, I thought you'd like it because of Holly Hunter.
Really?
Do you like Holly Hunter?
No, she's all right. She's a fantastic actress.
She likes to get her kit off in that.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might have to watch it, he says.
Well.
And obviously Anna Paquin won the Oscar for that film. Very young.
Did she get her kit off in that?
Oh no, that'd be wrong. She's only like 10.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
I was thinking of True Blood. She doesn't.
Well, she always got her kit off in that. Yeah. So so that's Thor Ragnarok.
Great cast.
Yeah.
I mean, I
obviously
can't wait.
Going to see the return of the Hulk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's one of those movies that... And Marvel do it all the time. They are so good at casting movies.
Yeah.
They seem to pick the right people. And the thing is, superhero movies now are not movies that people shy away from. Everybody wants to be in a Marvel movie. Especially
well, you had
Marvel.
Robert Redford, you've had Michael Douglas.
You know, it's only good. And
we
it's
never
only
thought we'd see them, did
no,
we?
No,
yeah, it's going to be
not.
awesome.
Yeah, that's going to be a good
one.
one.
Talking of Marvel, shall we switch over to the alternate?
It's DC news!
DC time. Now, DC, I was struggling a little bit, I think. You know, we've had Batman v Superman, we've had the extended, whatever everyone thinks about it. It wasn't what we were all hoping. Likewise with Man of Steel, it was okay, but it wasn't what we were hoping. Now, the TV series, I haven't really got into, have you?
No.
No, nor me. I find them quite hard to find. I've seen parts of Gotham and I need to sit down and watch that again. I've not seen The Flash, although I've read that is awesome and absolutely awesome. And I also read really good reviews of Supergirl, the TV series.
I've watched the first episode of Supergirl.
And?
It was okay.
Yeah.
But you should never... I don't think you should ever judge a TV series by one episode.
No.
Saying that, I haven't watched the one since.
Right.
So I've only watched the first episode.
Right, okay. So anyway, it was a success. Critics like it. Fans seem to like it. It seemed to be very, popular. So season 2 is now coming this autumn.
Yes.
It is coming. And who's going to make an appearance in season 2?
Harvey Keitel's knob.
No. I don't know. I can't say for sure. It might be.
It might be.
But it's Superman.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, he is coming. So
lucky
Harvey
Superman.
Keitel's knob. So, and I thought, great, a good tie-in with the Justice League movie coming. Henry Cavill. I thought, well, he's come back from the dead. Sorry, spoiler. But, no, it's not, is it?
No, it's not.
It's Tyler Hoechlin. Hoechlin? I get all the names, you see. Pronounce that for me. Hoechlin.
Hoechlin. Let's go for Hoechlin. Yeah.
So he looks the part on the pictures. He really does. He looks like Superman, and he's in there. But I asked myself, how are they doing this when they got Henry Cavill in the movies? What? Now, is it completely separate?
Yes.
So they're not linking them at all. So, like, The Flash, obviously, is Ezra Miller in Justice League, and it's...
Grant Gustin
in the TV series. Is
now
it the alternate universe?
Now the way that I've always liked, because I don't follow the TV series at all. So my wife watches Arrow or has watched Arrow. I think she's sort of given up on it as well. I don't think she watches The Flash. But obviously you have at the moment you've got 2 Flashes, haven't you? You got one from the movie universe. Now, from what I've listened to in other podcasts and when people have spoken about it. It is possible that because the Flash runs so fast, he can go into different alternate realities. So I think that's what's happening in the new series of Flash. There's the Flash paradox, they call it, and he meets another version of the Flash. So they're saying that a way around it could be that that's how they could merge the cinematic and the TV universes by saying it's a different reality, it's a different universe. But I think they've also said that they are 2 separate entities.
Right.
So that's why Henry Cavill was never going to be Superman.
Okay. Just wanted,
and that's why I'm assuming sooner or later in Gotham there'll be a Batman, but it won't be.
Well, bearing in mind the Ben Affleck one is
an older
Batman
one
anyway, so it doesn't really sort of matter on that one.
No,
but I think they've missed a trick there.
But how expensive would it be?
I don't know. How expensive is Henry Cavill?
Well, he's making movie money. He's not making TV money. I would say, anyway. I don't think that they would get
But there's
him.
Obviously money in TV now.
There is.
With the successes, because
I'm
a lot
sure
of the
there is.
major movie stars are going into TV and doing the HBO series and things like that, because they're getting paid a wad.
But I'm pretty sure that a Supergirl series doesn't have a budget of like $150 million like Batman v Superman did.
No, possibly not.
So,
but then Henry Cavill, I would suggest, didn't get... He got a few million.
Oh,
I don't know.
I mean, I just think that...
They're trying to create this universe, DC. They're failing at the moment. They're not really hitting the marks that Marvel have. Marvel have done it right. DC have tried to go a different route. We're not going to criticise them for trying to go a different route.
But like I've said before... Marvel have had 8 years of building their universe up, whereas DC have tried to do it all in the last 3 films.
I know, and it's not working.
And it's not working, but in the end, it works out. It would have worked if they'd had decent stories.
Although I will say the Wonder Woman film looks good.
Well, that's the one that I think is going to sort of sort it out.
We hope.
But even more of a point that. If they'd have tried to then tie it in with the TV series, that'd have been even more of a mess.
Right.
God
only knows. But I just wondered why, and thank you for it.
Well, that's all right. I'm quite happy to
Right, well, talking of Batman, which we did, and Ben Affleck, yes, we did.
Oh, yeah, we did.
We did. Just to say that the studio have come out to say that it could be more than a year and a half away before it's released, the Batman standalone movie with Ben Affleck.
Right, so that's... before it's released or before they start filming?
I think by the way that the statement came out, it's hard to decipher. To me, I took it that they start filming it a year and a half away.
Right, okay. So that's going to be 2019 before they start filming it. No, 2018.
The end of 2018, isn't it?
Right, so then you're going to be 2019 before it comes out.
Yeah, the end of. They usually take about a year in pre-production, don't they?
Well, so in the end, as long as it becomes a good film, I don't care how long you wait.
Yeah, and it's Ben Affleck directing it, and I do like his films. He is shown his eye to be a great director. But they have released the villain, and it's Deathstroke. And talking to True Blood, it's none other played by... Right, another word, right? Another surname. I'm very sorry if you're watching this, but Joe Manganiello.
I've heard on different podcasts. Some people call it Manganiello. Some people call it Mangianello, and some people call it Manganello. So, if there's anybody out there that knows the phonetic correctness of this gentleman's name, then please put it in the comments below, because send us an email. But
it all just loops around, because you were talking about Anna Paquin in True Blood. He was obviously in True Blood.
Yeah.
He's he's also in Magic Mike, one of your favourite films.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah.
What else is it? Actually, he's in which I was really shocked to see him in. He's in that Pee Wee Herman film on Netflix.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's like in that. Which
I can't picture him, and I saw the footage. I don't know if you saw the footage of Deathstroke. Which they put up online, and obviously he's got a mask on, so I couldn't see what he is. I'll have to get a photograph.
He's a big boy. Muscly. All right, muscly. We're not going back to Harvey Keitel's knob.
He's a big boy.
He is. He's big. He's muscly.
Okay, all right. Stop saying it. Stop looking at me like that either.
No, just so far what I've seen him in, he's always been pretty decent.
Right.
He was in... Did you watch that Schwarzenegger film that was directed by David Ayer, Sabotage? He was in that. He had the cornrow
No, I didn't.
hair.
I didn't watch that.
No point in me going on then. He was quite good.
No.
I think he's a good action star.
Okay.
All right. So there's our news.
There's our news.
What we know so far. I mean, there's plenty more out there. You can go and look. You can talk to us and tell us.
I was going to say, if there's any stories that you think that we should have covered from the last week, then please leave it in the comments. If there's anything that we've spoken about that you agree with or disagree with, then let us know, because that's what we're here for.
Absolutely.
We're just here to give out the information. You are there to let us know what you think.
Yeah. Well, this is the information that we thought you'd like to hear.
Yes. That he's a big boy.
Yeah, big boy, Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You will be able to find this on a podcast. Just go to iTunes and SoundCloud, and you'll be able to find this just as an audio version, which would be great, so then you don't have to see our ugly mugs. Or you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got our trailer reactions. Just click subscribe wherever it is, wherever you're looking. It might be up there, down there, I don't know. And then just go to our website, www.pancast.co.uk, for all of our other podcasts.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
Yeah, we're going into fishing.
We're going into fishing. So
we are going to become gnomes on the side of a pond.
Look for our podcasts. That's the next one.
I know nothing about it.
So, until next week, thank you very much.
And we'll
may
see you
the
again.
force be with you with podcasts.
Lovely. Take care. Bye.